Hey everybody, I'm Josh and welcome to a very special episode of Just Sayin. Thank you. That's right, everybody. It is my 41st birthday show. And so we're going to have a lot of fun today. I do have a couple of announcements before we start the show because it's about the show. So let's go ahead and get the show started by asking the question I proposed at the beginning of every one of my episodes. What is Josh drinking? And on the show today, it's my birthday show. So why would I switch it up? It's good old Mountain Dew. Refreshing. So I do have some bad news for you. So last week after we filmed and I posted the show, after I filmed, Producer Man left, I posted the show. About 10:30 at night, I get a phone call from him stating that someone in his family had passed away, and then he had to go to Wisconsin for the funeral. So please keep him in your thoughts and his family in your thoughts. It was an expected death. It's not like it was shocking, but the family is doing fine. However, he didn't have time to put any of what he decided to make fun of me for in the show. He did send me one segment of pictures that I did put in there out of respect for him. So unfortunately, he is not here today. I had to quickly throw two segments together, so more of my favorite things to do, obviously. But you're only going to get one embarrassing segment of me. So, and the pictures are really kind of funny. And I put them in chronologically, so I don't know if that's how he intended it, but that's what I did. So I'll kind of have some stories for you. Anyway, and because of that, he didn't send me an approved picture of him that he okayed for me to show. Therefore, I talked to him about it, and he said he will show his picture on the season finale, and that because he wasn't able to be here for his quote-unquote final day, he has agreed to finish helping me throughout the season. His training will not take him out of town, so he'll still be in town, that we just kind of found this out. So he will still be able to help, not always present, but will still be able to help throughout the rest of the season. So I have a little bit more time to find a new producer. Might start calling him Director Dan, though. Can't be another Producer Man. Anyway, Producer Man is only him. So, and during rehearsal yesterday, I do have a friend sitting over there that's kind of helping me. I still keep looking over to where Producer Man sits, and I apologize. I'm going to keep trying not to do that. Like, I just noticed, like, I always just look over that direction. I don't know why. I'm crazy. Because right now it's not even someone I want to look at. No, I'm kidding. Anyway, so let's get into the show now. It's time for me to tell you what happened this week. It's time for the rundown. So I've noticed in that intro, okay, so I just did an update on my intro app that I make my intros in, and I've noticed that some of my emojis are coming in upside down. Like, they're not when I put them in, but the transfer over to, I don't know why. But the birthday cake in my opening monologue was upside down, and then those two heads are upside down. I don't know why. Anyway, I should go in, put them upside down, redo them, put them upside down, and then, kidding, I'm not going to go to that much work. It's not that big of a deal. So I do have an announcement to make. Wrong button. That's right. Even though it does not say it yet on YouTube, I do have a new subscriber. Long story short, I went to my sister's house yesterday, Mary Lou, and she admitted that she hadn't subscribed yet. So I'm adding her subscription because I forgot to do it for her. She asked me to do it for her, handed me her phone, and then my dad walked in and we started working on a project. So it didn't get done, but it's going to get done. So I will go ahead and put another dollar in there. We are now at $7. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, all season long, for every new subscriber I get, I will donate $1 up to $50 to Toys for Tots. My goal is 100 subscribers, and I started the season with 49. So if I get 50 subscribers, that would put me at 99 subscribers. If I get 51 or more subscribers, I will double it and add $100 or donate $100 to Toys for Tots. So please, literally, if not for me, click the subscribe button and let's help the less fortunate have a better Christmas. My week, I'm not going to tell you what happened last week because it wasn't really, I mean, my mom's birthday didn't really, I mean, we just tried to keep ourselves busy and not think about it. But nothing really exciting. I do have to tell you, however, about my birthday plans. Do you see the steam coming out of my ears? So, and this person, I'm not going to use their name because you'll hate them at the end of the story. But I have a friend, or had a friend, I don't know where we stand yet, I haven't decided, that was supposed to, we were going to go to Chicago, her and I were going to go to Chicago together, and just spend the weekend at her house, at her friend's house, and then I live 4 hours away from Chicago, and I have never been up there to do the touristy things, like the aquarium, the museum, the Millennial Park. I've never done that. I've never seen the giant lima bean. And so we were going to go do all that stuff. She was going to pay for admission. Any time we needed to pay for something, she was going to pay for it. Come to find, and so I took the weekend off work. I was looking forward to it. It was going to be the first good birthday I've had in a long time. She didn't even request the time off work and has to work. She never reserved anything. We were going to have reservations at a restaurant. She didn't get those. She also didn't pre-order the tickets, which are cheaper if you pre-order them, for everything we were going to do. So I'm really frustrated. I have an entire weekend off. I want to do something. It's my birthday. If you know me in person, message me. If you don't know me in person, I'm up for new friends. Message me. And maybe we'll hang out. I don't know. But I will tell you, I'm broke. You're paying. It's my birthday. I don't care how much the bill is. You're paying. So yeah, anyway, let me know what there is to do. I honestly, or what I should do for my birthday. I don't know. I know I'm doing it's actually next Saturday, and I know we're having brunch at my dad's house for my birthday and an adopted nephew? Unofficially adopted adult nephew? I don't know how to word that. Anyway, so yeah, his birthday is 2 days before my mom's would have been, and so we're doing our birthdays next Saturday, and then I have nothing to do my birthday night, nor the next day, or Monday. So I thought, if nothing ends up coming up and I don't end up doing something, I thought maybe it'd be a perfect time to rearrange and finish my design, and maybe have a new set. Maybe. But it's my birthday, I really don't want to have to do anything. Also, while I'm thinking about it, that show might not be posted on Sunday because, well, it's my birthday. Okay. It's time to get into the news. This dog is a really cute dog. I don't know the name of the dog. Let's call him Biscuit. So Biscuit caused some big trouble for an airline company. The Singapore Airlines are in hot air because this dog, there's a couple, their names are Gil and Warren Press. This couple was on a first class seats, was on a flight, and this dog that was, I don't know if it was sitting in front of them, next to them, behind them, I don't know. But this dog kept farting, and they smelled so bad that they asked to be taken out of first class and put into economy. So after months of negotiation, the family, or the couple, Mr. and Mrs. Press, and the airlines have settled on Wrong button again. I added that button back and it threw off all of my buttons. $1,410, which I think is the price of the first class, the upgrade price. I don't know. Anyway, the couple have announced that they're going to donate the money to the Seeing Guide Dog organization in New Zealand. So it's going to a good cause. So if you take your puppy on a plane, make sure they don't fart. And if they do, make sure they don't smell bad. And apparently because it was a pit bull, it kept snorting, and they didn't like it. 13-hour flight, they had to deal with that. This comes as no surprise. Danny Masterson, who played Hyde on that 70s show, just recently was found guilty on 2 counts of rape and sentenced to 30 years in prison. His wife, Bayou Phillips, has officially filed for divorce, but however, they don't know why. She stood by him throughout the whole trial. This is a picture of them going to court together. They were seen in and out of the courtroom holding hands, being husband and wifey. And she did write a letter to the judge, as well as Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher, not praising Danny Masterson, but saying how good of a guy he is, the character letters. So, I mean, she's on his side. And the reason they say they don't know why is that they don't know if it was because of irreconcilable differences, if it was because the fact that he raped 2 women, I don't know. However, it was expected because the reason she did it was to protect the future financial estate of the daughters. Because if any victims then go after Masterson for pain and suffering, it wouldn't come out of her inheritance. I didn't know you could do that. But whatever. If it saves a couple $100,000, whatever. So this guy, his name is John Reeb. He is, excuse my language, a jackass. He got into over a golf ball of somebody else's golf ball that he picked up. They went up to him, asked him for the golf ball back. He started arguing with them, threatening them, took off his shirt and started screaming at them, calling them, quote, bitch boy and quote, shit sack. Threatened to follow them home, more or less, and beat them up. The people whose ball got stolen told the staff, John Reeb is now banned from this golf course, which is called the Crooked Creek Golf Course, as well as the Cherrywood Golf Club, because it's owned by the same company. So he is banned for life from going back there because of this incident. I mean, I watched the video, and you really can't tell what he says, but he goes from like 0 to 60 in 0.1 seconds. I mean, they're talking about the golf ball, and you can hear the people behind the camera say, just give her the golf ball back. And he just rips off his shirt and starts screaming. I mean, it's kind of insane. But, yeah. Anyway, so, yeah, be careful if you go on a golf course. Why would you do that to anybody anyway? I don't know. So, this lady, if you guys remember her name is Krishan Rock. She is the new, quote, baby mama, end quote, of Blueface. And if you can't tell, the baby is in the carrier. She was filmed at Walmart carrying around the baby like this with no protection to the head, keeping in mind that it's a newborn, couple weeks old. So someone was taking pictures of how careless she was taking care of this child. And of course, Krishan now is online stating that, and I quote, Blueface doesn't help since the baby was born, and if the lady taping thought there was an issue, instead of taping, could have offered assistance, end quote. I'm sorry, but if I'm there with my child, a little infant like that, and someone comes up to me and says, you're not supporting the head, can I support the head for you? I'd be like, no, crazy, back up. So I understand why the lady didn't go up to her. But why this went viral and why she thought she had to post it, I don't know. Is that wrong? In my opinion, yes. You could have taken a picture to go show the security or go show the police or whatever you wanted to do with the picture. Just, as far as I know, you're not allowed to post pictures of other people. Except in some states that are one-party states. You don't have to have permission. The other person's permission. I don't know. Anyway, so, yeah. This is apparently... And here's my other question. Why did you even... Krishan, why did you even bring up the fact that Blueface doesn't help you? What does that do for you in this situation? Absolutely jack crap. Don't know why she thought that she had to get a dig in him. I don't know. So this next story, I'm going to do this story a little bit differently. This next story I read at the beginning of the week. Shortly, literally the same day I posted the episode, I would have gotten it in the last episode had I read it before I filmed it. But I read it and I was like, you know what? That is a great ending to the rundown for my birthday show. And so here it is. You guys know about the Maui wildfires that just happened in Hawaii. Well, a group of cat trappers were going around. Well, I don't know if they were specifically cat trappers or if they were just with the Maui Humane Society. But they were looking for animals that were lost or separated from their owners. And they found a cat. They took the cat back to the Maui Humane Society and found that the cat was lactating, which means she just recently had kittens. So, and the cat was found on September 18th. Well, so the Humane Society posted a picture of the cat saying, hey, we just found this cat. We think it just had a litter of kittens. If this is your cat, please let us know. We'll go help you find these kittens. I don't know if they ever heard back or anything, but they went back to the place where they found the mama cat. We're going to call her Mama. And started doing mother cat noises, and soon enough started hearing little mews, followed the mews and found the kittens. They have been reunited with the mother. How amazing of a story is that? I mean, seriously. Is that not a heartwarming story to end the rundown on such an amazing show as my birthday show? Speaking of animals, as I promised, it's time for this week's sketch. And that is right, it's time for a new Taser Versus video. And here's the story. So the other night, I had given her a new bone, and she does this thing where she plays fetch by herself. And she'll take whatever she's playing with, which is 99% of the time a bone, or some food even, and throw it across the room, and then she'll go get it, throw it across the room again, and like she'll play fetch by herself, which is great because I'm lazy. Because if I throw it, she never comes back. I wouldn't want to come back to me either. So, so she threw it, and it landed in a box. And so it was seeing her get the bone out of the box with the flaps was the funniest thing I had ever seen in my entire life. So I thought I'd try to recreate it and give it to you this week in this week's Taser Versus. So, ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy Taser Versus the Box. Get your bone! Get your bone! Get your bone! Get your bone, see? It's right there. Get the bone! Ready? Ready? Get the bone! Get your bone! Get your bone! You're the one! You're the one that keeps shoving it. Ready? Get the bone! Get the bone! Get the bone! Right there! Right there! Look! Oh, you still missed it! How about right there? Get the bone! Get the bone! Get the bone! You missed it! Get the bone! I have it wide open! It's right there! Good girl! she got it! And then she brought the bone over to my desk, set it down, and went lay down. She's like, I'm done with this one already. Don't make me work for it. Anyway. Well, it's time to begin the show, and I thought we would still honor Producer Man's wishes and show this segment. And it's rather embarrassing. It's time to look at some pictures of my high school yearbook in this week's edition of Funny Photos.
Drop it.
Sorry, I didn't realize the intro was over already. I was like, oh, that's funny. The intro has me in it. Oh, wait, no! Anyway, like I said, they're in chronological order. The first picture is my yearbook picture from my class yearbook picture from my freshman year. I was a nerd. I was really skinny, too. I miss being that skinny. I mean, I could probably get back to there, but it got to a point where I was like, in this next picture, this was a picture of me singing in chorus. I don't know why. They just randomly decided to come in and take a picture of us singing in chorus class. And for some reason, overalls were in. So that's what I'm wearing. But look how skinny I was. Like, look at my face. I was for a while, I was all skin and bone. Which I miss because my metabolism has slowed down. Because that's what happens when you get old. Now here's a story, whether you believe it or not, I've got proof of it. So my freshman year, I was the football manager for the football team, and I met this girl, we'll call her Betsy. And so Betsy and I became friends, but for the longest time, even since I was a little kid, I had known person number 2, who we'll call Margaret. So Betsy and I are managers on the football team, and Betsy asked me to freshman prom, or my freshman year asked me to junior senior prom. And so I was like, oh my gosh, of course I'll go, whatever. And a freshman getting asked to senior junior prom is kind of weird. So we get to prom, have a great time. While at prom, I find out that Margaret, I forgot what I renamed her. I have so many people's fake names in my head. I need to start making a list of who's who. Anyway, because I'm pretty sure I've already renamed somebody twice. But anyway, so Margaret, I find out that Margaret wanted to ask me to prom. So yeah, that's right. 2 women fighting over me. And look what happened. I just couldn't deal with it. And I switched sides. No, so I was kind of a jerk too. Oh, and so then I find out, after I found out that Margaret wanted to ask me, that Betsy only asked me to make Margaret mad. Okay, whatever. So, yeah. But this was a jerk thing for me to do, because this was a picture of us at the prom. And I colored out her face, but that was us at prom, and I think it's Mickey Mouse on my vest and tie. But while we were at after prom, I hung out with Margaret the whole time. I don't even remember if Betsy went or what she was doing there, but I hung out with Margaret the entire time. So anyway, here's I was in the yearbook committee, and so we would need places. We would need pictures just to fill in places. And for some reason, this is the worst picture of me ever, and it really shows how skinny I was. But yeah. Nerd. That was me. I'm still a nerd, and I love it. This was my class picture from sophomore year. A little bit, you can tell a little bit different. I looked a little different. I think that's when my voice started to change. I don't remember really. This next picture is literally a picture of me at yearbook. Oops, nope, that's the same picture I just pulled up. This is the next picture is literally a picture of me in yearbook committee working on the yearbook. Like, we would have to put what picture we want where. I cannot believe how skinny I was. I was really skin and bone. I was at like a 30 waist until my senior year. So, anyway, here this next picture is my junior class picture, and a little bit more growing. Apparently, different hairstyle. Apparently, that was a new hairstyle, and we layered clothes back in the day. I mean, I wear an undershirt all the time now, but we layered clothes. Here is the next one. This is a picture of me with my chorus. Like every year we would take, obviously, pictures for the yearbook, and we'd get every extracurricular group together and take their group picture. And so, excuse me. And so this was our chorus class, and I was like one of 4 guys. And there was 1 bass singer and 3 tenors, and we called ourselves the 3 tenors. We're cool. Anyway, so this was us sitting for the picture. I blurred some people out, but just, yeah. And that kind of, I don't know if you can see it, but that chain was really popular too. It was like a long bead, short bead, long bead, I don't know. It was really cool for guys to have chains and rings at the time. I don't know if it's cool anymore. I'd kind of stay out of that. This is a picture of my yearbook. Now, when producer man asked me, he called me, he was texting me when he was putting the whole thing together. He's like, I need your senior yearbook picture, or I need a senior picture. I'm like, okay, well, I couldn't find them. I don't know what we did with them. Like the ones that you get and you pass out to everybody with your date of birth or your name and whatever. Anyway, so I couldn't find it, but I found my senior yearbook, and this was the picture out of the senior yearbook. So this is not the one that I passed around to everybody. This is the one where we still paid somebody to come in and take a picture of us, even though we already had our own picture of us. Anyway, so this was my senior picture. But yeah, that's me. Total nerd. And finally, in this segment, I thought it would be proper to end the segment the way I ended my high school career at graduation. Now, look at me. Look at the face I'm making. It's kind of like what's going on face, because every class is told during rehearsal, do not throw confetti. Do not make a mess, or you will be in here to clean it up and won't get your diploma until you do. So, even though it's at the end, I don't know. Anyway, so they get there. The principal comes up and says, "I'd like to congratulate, or introduce you to the class of 2020 or 2001, whatever class that was. I don't know." And everybody just stands up and starts throwing confetti. And there's like 4 of us that don't have confetti. And no one told me what they were doing. And so everyone started throwing confetti, and I'm just like, and apparently that's when the person decided to take the picture. So, anyway. So my next segment is one of my new segments that I like to do, and it's becoming my favorite segment. It's time to look at some really wacky signs in this week's edition of Take It As a Sign. As you notice, I have reorganized my buttons and put back on the joke drum, because all of the signs but one of them are from the same company, and they're funny signs. One of them is just a funny sign. The other one is just a random funny sign. But yeah, so all of them are going to be from a company, and all of them are funny. So I thought if it was a funny punchline, I would do. Because I haven't used that button in a long time. So why not? So here we go. Here's the first one. I got booted from the coffee club because I wore a t-shirt. Very creative. I have to say, these are very creative. Here's the next one. Boarding school taught me how to get on an airplane. Very insightful. Here's the next one. Inspecting mirrors is a job I could really see myself doing. Could be. I could see myself doing it. To make a long story short, I became an editor. Get it? Here's the next one. I went to the paint store to get thinner. It didn't work. They didn't get thinner. Here's the next one. Just sold my homing pigeon for the 22nd time on eBay. Here's the next one. This is the one that is just a random, hilarious sign. Why? You make a sign that says, "My arms are getting tired, so don't hold the sign." But that's the joke. This is at a restaurant, and I have to say, I am all for deals. I love a good bargain. And this one just seems like one I cannot live without. Literally. A free straw with drink purchases. Here's the next one. Man in boxers leads police on brief chase. And finally, probably the best one. I left Adderall inside my Ford Fiesta. Now I have a Ford Focus. Damn Adderall. Taking away all the fun. Ooh, pretty bird. So, one segment I haven't done much this season, and we're already 9 episodes in, is this next one. And it's also, it just recently happened to me, so I thought I would do a segment of it for my birthday. It's time to look at some horrible autocorrect fails in this week's edition of Auto Not So Correct. I love them. And I have to say, so I used to work at a restaurant. I was manager at a restaurant, and the name is, well, I'll tell you what the name is, because I have permission to say the name because of Ben's passing. But I worked at a place called Double A's, and it was the letter A with apostrophe S. And so I would always say to people, I'm working at blah, blah, blah in text messages, and I would always change it to as. Well, now, every time I try to type the word as, it changes it to a capital A apostrophe S. Really? Sometimes the phones are too smart. Anyway, here's the first one. I want to go sperm disting. Speed, Jesus. Laugh my ass off. Sperm dating. Ew, what? Oh God, LOL, why would you want to do that? Those people are creepy. To laugh at all of them after, duh. I don't know if I would do speed dating. I'm not much of a dater. Like, I don't want to do anything. I'm much happier at home with my doggy, doing my own thing. I don't want to answer to anybody. I haven't officially dated somebody in a long time. Long time. And I'm too comfortable on my own. And maybe that's not a good thing. But anyway, here's the next one. What you up to? Nothing, just clearing my mom's vagina for Thanksgiving. Ha ha ha, what? I tried to type China, autocorrect fail, bad visual. Yeah, I think she can handle the other thing on her own. I hope she would be able to. Here's the next one. OMG, blah, blah, blah. The cops are here and my neighbor is being arrested for something. OMG, for what? I don't know yet, but he's cuffed and the cop is reading his banana rights. So it's serious. It sounds serious. Ha ha ha, banana rights. I'm dying. You have the right to a banana. If you can't afford one, a really crappy one will be provided to you. Hey. As long as I get a banana. And let me tell you, if you go to prison, you're going to get a banana. Anyway. You'll get it here in a minute. Now you should be getting it. I haven't done that in a long time. So here we go. Here's the next one. If you and your girlfriend want to come over for dinner, be here at 6. I'm grilling up some baby black kids. Gonna be delicious. As tempting as that sounds, we do have to work till 11. Yes, I meant baby back ribs and more for me. LOL fail. Hey, what you do on your own time is your thing. I don't judge in public. Do you know if you're having a boy or a girl? I don't know. I don't care. Just as long as it's healthy and has 10 fingers and 10 Tostitos. You want your baby to come out with bearing chips? Haha, yes. And better not forget the dip. I'm going to be hungry. I remember when my nephews were born with 10 Tostitos. Anyway. Can I call you later? Gotta run. Taking the kids to see Satan. Wow. I know they're a handful this year, but that seems kind of harsh. I don't understand why they named Santa Santa, which is so close to Satan. Odd request, but can I use your little fan? I think I'm getting dick and our room is so hot. Sick. God, I'm laughing, of course. Thank you. OMG, what WTF phone. How funny. Oh, read it before you send it. But I know some of them change as you send them. Anyway. So here's the next one. Nah, you were raised in my daycare. Your immune system will be fine. Getting dick is just happening once in a while. OMG, sick. Ugh. Here's the next one. Nope, that was the same one. And finally, I guess. Yep. Are you doing the Nutcracker this year? Yes, I'm auctioning kids tomorrow. Suctioning kids. Ridiculous autocat rectal. Birdseed. I'm auditioning kids for play. Oh, that's hilarious. I love it. Anyway, well, that will do it for me this week. And thank you so much for joining me here on my birthday show. Thank you again for watching. Next week, we have a whole new month starting where we're celebrating two big things, National Dog Adoption Month and counting down to our Spooktacular, which is going to be great this year. I still don't have my costume. Last year I knew what it was right away. This year I still don't know what I'm doing. We'll see. But be prepared to learn how to DIY your own Halloween. Because that's what Spooktacular Month is all about. Anyway, so please be sure to join me if you think there's something funny I should see and share on the show. Be sure to send it to me. There is my show email address as well as my Twitter, which I really don't use except just to post my shows. Also, while you have a moment, because I like to babble before I end the show, please like, subscribe, comment below, and get the notifications anytime I post one of my episodes. And if you really want to help the kids this year have a great Christmas, please click that one right there. And click subscribe, and I will donate $1 to Toys for Tots. So, thank you again for joining me. This year is going to be an amazing year. I cannot believe I'm another year older. I cannot believe I'm doing this show again for another year. I don't know. Anyway. But thank you so much to everybody. And I'm going to thank you in advance because, well, my birthday is next week yet. But I want to thank you in advance for any of the well wishes you guys send me for my birthday. They will be much appreciated. And I read them all and they are amazing. Thank you. It hasn't happened yet. Until next week, everybody, please stay safe, stay healthy, stop the hate. But for now, that's all I'm saying.